I mean, just to talk about my relationship with Nick in general and just last year how it all unfolded. Obviously, it was pretty different, but pretty special. I think him and I know it's been well documented, but we've been so close ever since he first got here and just developed a real friendship, real relationship, more than just a working relationship, a true friendship between me and him and really Nate as well. Really special room. So to go through that experience last year was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I think the way that they're going to document that will be pretty cool as well.
Where are you as far as your rehab? Are you able to run, and what kind of running are you doing?
Yeah, so we've started, and I'm not going to get into real specifics with rehab and everything, but we started the running progression and all of those things. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good with where I'm at and just trying to stay the course. But like I said in the early or late last season, I mean, it's such a fluid process. It's so hard to put a time frame and a timetable on these things. I wish I knew as well, but things are going well, and I'm happy with where I'm at.
Doug told us he's encouraged by your recovery so far. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you're on track?
Yeah, for sure. I feel very good. Like I said, starting the running progression. You guys saw me weeks ago. I was throwing and everything, and so just to start being able to do a lot of those things again is a good sign.
How hard is it for you? To not try to do too much as bad as you want to get back and just kind of do what they're telling you.
Yeah, it's part of it. I mean, it's part of the process of, if something feels really good, I'm like, all right, let's do it. But you just got to stay the course. And, I've seen, you've seen the horror stories of people coming back too soon and those things. So I can assure you that I'll be smart about it.
Carson, there's always Super Bowl attrition in this league. Part of it's on the coaching staff here. Two guys you work very closely with, Frank and John, are no longer here. How do you think that sort of change is going to go?
Yeah, I mean, on a personal level, I loved Frank. I loved Coach Flip. They were awesome. They were also awesome coaches. They did a tremendous job. But I feel like we have a luxury in being able to replace them with Coach Groh, who I think will do a tremendous job. Who did a great job last year. Working with the receivers, and then Press Taylor. I'm extremely excited to work with him. Very like-minded in how we think, both on and off the field, and I think we've already had a really strong relationship with him, and now to get to work with him every day will be exciting.
How are you like-minded? With Coach?
With Press? Yeah, I mean, we're just we see the game very similarly. We're both open-minded to things, and then off the field, we just share our faith is both strong in our lives, and just the way we can communicate through those things is pretty cool.
Carson, you mentioned your close relationship with Nick Foles. What have the conversations been like in this short off-season about what next season or what this upcoming season is going to be like?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of our conversations have just been about life in general. I know he's been on a whirlwind, and I've been rehabbing, and I know he's enjoying as much time as he can with his daughter and his wife and everything. So I haven't talked a lot about the upcoming season and all those specifics. Those will come and take care of themselves.
Carson, you were an MVP candidate, and you had this team rolling into the playoffs, and you weren't able to be on the field for the Super Bowl. How did you get over that, and how much maybe does it fuel you and have an extra hunger in you?
Yeah, I know we talked about it last year at the end of the year, but it was definitely a challenge. It was a challenge just knowing where we were at in the season and then going down. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about just humility and just trusting the Lord in the process. That's where my faith really came evident in my life, and just trusting that God had a plan for it. And Nick got his opportunity through it as well, which was really cool. So my faith really helped me through it without a doubt.
You mentioned the humility. I know you've been really happy for Nick's success, but is there an ounce of jealousy seeing him be this Super Bowl hero?
You got to fight that. It's human nature, to want to be that on that podium, to be that guy. You grow up wanting to do that as a kid, but to not be able to be up there, I wouldn't rather have anybody else be up there than Nick.
Carson, do you feel like you're chasing your first ring, or do you feel like this is going after number 2?
I believe we won the Super Bowl last year, so.
You have watched your teammates win a championship in the past without being on the field. How did that experience help you prepare for this?
Yeah, my college days were obviously very different. I was the true backup those first couple of years, and then my senior year I got to kind of see it from started for a while, then was hurt, but I got to come back and play in the national championship. So all of those moments kind of just prepare you for for what to expect and how to handle the situations. And again, it's never easy, but you get through it.
You mentioned Coach Groh earlier. Talking to the receivers last year, they always said that he helped them see the game through the eyes of a quarterback. So now with him as OC and as a former quarterback, how important is it to have that transition?
Yeah, that'll be good. Obviously it's just been 2 days of meetings so far, but just even going back to last year, just talking through plays and schemes with him, you can tell he gets it. You can tell he understands it extremely well, and he, like you said, he sees the game like a quarterback as well. So that I know that helped us tremendously in building those relationships with the receivers and the chemistry last year, and we just look forward to that continuing.
The past 2 months when you've been here rehabbing, I assume other guys have been here rehabbing with you and everything.
Yep.
Has that kind of pushed you guys along, and do you think, in your mind, do you have like a time frame on when you want to be back or when you think you might be back and all that?
Yeah, I mean, the first part of the question, without a doubt, having Hicks, Maragos, JP, all the other guys around that are recovering from surgeries. It was unfortunate that everybody obviously was injured, but to come in and see those faces every day, almost have some friendly competition in there at times, or just to motivate and encourage guys, because it can be tough. It can be tough. Rehab alone is tough. It's a long process, and doing it alone is never fun. So it was definitely good to have those guys around, and still as we keep going through this, we're all still in there together. So it's a bad thing to have, but it's good for us on personal levels.
And the last time we spoke, you mentioned week 1 as your goal, and you said you believe you'd be there week 1. Is that still the way you're thinking now?
Yeah, that's still the goal.
Do you need to play in the preseason?
What's that?
Do you need to play in the preseason?
I don't think so.
Doug was saying he spends a lot of the mornings looking at film of other offenses and tweaking the offense. What are you doing personally from a film studying perspective this offseason? Yeah, this offseason, I mean, I was obviously here quite a bit rehabbing, so I was in here watching a lot of tape from last year, trying to think of really just watching our tape, see where we can improve, see things that we can tweak or do better, and just writing a bunch of notes down and really just trying to analyze everything that we do well and that we can improve on.
Carson, is there like your style of play? I mean, you have a specific style of play, and there's been speculation you might have to change the way that you play. What's your take on that? And is that? Yeah,
I mean, first of all, there will always be speculation. That's just part of the business, but I'm not going to change. I think I'm always going to learn. I know even from first year to second year, I thought I learned quite a bit on how to protect myself, and then going back and watching again, there's things to just keep learning from. But as far as overall changing my style, I mean, that's not going to happen.